Good night, 29th of October 2024. What an interesting day. Very chill style of conversations. Had insightful conversations, is what I would say. The guest that returned on the podcast. Ooh, today was, I think, the most returning guest that I've ever had since I've started. It's now This is the eighth week. Yeah, this is the eighth week. But today, wow. So let me count. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of the 22 guests that I had conversations with were people that were on the podcast before. Therefore, some of the people I spoke to 8 years ago, and it was just invigorating. It was refreshing to hear about the consistency in the paths that they've continued. Today felt as though the themes were first up, gratitude, right? Kevin Monroe talked about, gratitude and how powerful it is and what they have created. The global gratitude ambassadors. That was really cool. Star was on has a great conversation as well, where you know Star talked about embracing her name, yeah, being the star and having her manifestation parties. Crystal Law is someone I spoke to for the first time. Yeah, it was just intriguing to the energy people came through with, being excited and happy for me restarting the podcast and re-inviting people. Inviting people. But it was just really, really exciting. Karen Rowe, she's been helping people with the ghost writing side of her business for now, what, 17 years, you know? And then Kia came on. Kia was a first time guest, and, like, she was very much an introvert, and she probably still is an introvert, but it was really interesting to hear her raw in the fullness of who she is now. And it was just fun. Then I had Becky. Like, people are sending their books to us now, so that's something that's fun. It was just it was just really powerful to hear how people have been walking in their truth. And I believe that's very important. So gratitude was one of the themes. And then the other theme was nutrition. Like that was something that lined up organically. Like everyone right here, like Amy, Natalie, Dr. Rita Marie, Gina, Ashley, a swing of different people in the space of nutrition. So, and then I had a roundup. I'm now seeing it here. I had four men at the end there. Brad didn't make it. Karma, whose name is fitting, was was just great to reconnect with. And again, he's still trading as he did when I met him. But Rob and Ladan. So Rob opened up a spot for us in New York when we were there in 2018, Mouth Media Networks. And it was like we got there. That was when we were beginning the trip. So it was like we got into New York, and New York was tough. Thankfully, at that stage, Ryan was still with us. And, Ryan helped us navigate the train system. Like that was in itself was challenging, but we got to Multimedia Network, and that was the first time I met my friend Andrew Wang as well. So that was really cool because again, like Rob opened up that space for us. And we had some really cool interviews with other people that were at that space. Ladan was someone I had on the podcast, and we met him on the tail end. So when we made the loop and we were back to Florida, we met him. We didn't interview him for the for like on the road trip thing, but it was just fun being with him. I remember sharing a meal with him and his mom and his brother, and him sharing about duck eggs, right? And ducks are still consistent in his life, but he's married now, right? Which was a big thing in the conversation. And it's been that, yeah. It's not been conversations where the entire highlight is how much money you're making or how successful you are, as much as it is about how how's life, yeah, how happy you are, and how you're balancing that. So it's been it's been cool, yeah. So let's deal with the count, right? The numbers. So 718 conversations remaining. It means that so far I've had 482 guests on the podcast in 8 weeks. We have 2 days in this week, and then next week represents 4 remaining weeks. So let's see how this week goes. And then what's the count for next week? It's going to be interesting. So far, everything is going good. I've not lost my voice. Staying healthy, staying balanced, resting. It's all been great so far. Slight challenges with the electricity the other day. And then, so praying for things to run smoothly as I go forward. So here we go.